captain of the ship, I'm snapping quick. I just dap and dip, trying to catch a lift. It's Jackson Benz, I just smash the strip. Faster than you whip, I'm accurate. If I slap a bitch, trying to tax the shit, then that's legit.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Nicholas Billings, and I'm back again with Terp Talk Tuesday. There's still no word on Talia. I hope he's doing okay. I hope the injury wasn't that bad, but it looked bad when it happened. This was another game, though, where I think the Terps looked like they had something together in the beginning where they could potentially run up the score, really beat the brakes off Indiana, but they struggled. They started off fast. They got that interception, scored right away. Talia ran in the touchdown. But Indiana responded with a field goal, and it sat at 7-3 for the rest of the quarter. But Dupree, he flipped in the end zone. His arm was down beforehand, but it was so close. Might as well give him the touchdown. You thought the Terps are going to go run away with this game when it was at 14-3. But then, like every game this season, it seems like the Terps let Indiana go on a little 14-0 run right before half. And they're up 14-17 at the half. And Bazelak looked pretty good against the Terps. And, you know, Bazelak, to me, he looked pretty bad, but he put up numbers. He threw for 315 yards. And he was putting up numbers, and to me, that wasn't a very good quarterback. So the Terps defense definitely has to do better, even though they intercepted him twice. So Indiana gets the ball back to start the second half, and it looks like they're going to blow this thing open, and they're going to run away with the game. But luckily, they start the second half like they started the first half. First pick, interception, first pass, interception, and Terps get the ball back. And Dante Demas finally gets a touchdown. He was doing so good last year, but after that injury, he finally gets in the end zone this year. So good for him. And then the Terps score again. Get the ball back after Indiana punt, and the Terps get the ball back and kick the field goal. And they had a comfortable touchdown lead at that point, and then Indiana hit a field goal right before the end of the quarter, and it was 24-20. But yet again, another 10-0 run for Indiana after a 14-0 run earlier in the game, and they go on another 10-0 run quick, and they get that 2-yard rushing touchdown. And this was really the point where you're like, oh no, Maryland's about to lose this game. Not another one going this way. God dang it. And no, the Terps came back down, struck. Roman Hemby got that rushing touchdown. Get the ball back, and then Talia gets hurt. Terps have to punt the ball. But Billy Edwards came in. He sealed the game when it mattered. He went right down the field, ran it in, got the game-sealing touchdown. And then, yeah, good job, Billy, filling in for Talia. But I think that's what all those Maryland fans are now worried about. How is Billy Edwards going to fill in for Talia? You know, the Terps are having one of the best seasons that we've had as a Terp fan in like a long time. And they're 5-2. And it was looking like the Terps had a realistic chance of going 8-4. You know, shooting for the stars 9-3. And no, with Billy Edwards being the quarterback, I think it's hard to say that the Terps even win 2 more games for sure. Like this one against Northwestern, I'm really hoping they can handle business. Northwestern is a tough team. They got the top 5 draft pick playing tackle, Peter Skoronowski, but they got some talent on the team. They got good D-line. They got a good defense overall. You know, they should be competitive with the Terps, especially if we have our backup quarterback playing. So I'm a little worried about the Terps season, where it's going now. Hopefully it's not the Military Bowl, and let's hope it's still like the Music City Bowl or something like that. I think the Terps did not do a great job at getting after the quarterback at Indiana either. Those 2 sacks were kind of disappointing after their offensive lineman coach got fired, and they allowed 7 sacks against Indiana. Definitely would have liked, against Michigan. I definitely would have liked them to get about 4 or 5. I mean, that might have been too much to ask for, but it would have definitely been good if they did that. Too many penalties again, but is it the Terps' fault or is it just the Big Ten refs really suck and they always are calling crap against Maryland? Like 9 penalties for 94 yards, while Indiana, who was holding pass interference all freaking game, has 3 penalties, 14 yards. And Ryland again, he missed a really far field goal. We gotta stop setting him up from out there though. It's really hurting his own. I think we're hurting his psyche, but I don't know. He's what Coach Locke says. He's a pretty strong, mental, tough dude. But I don't think we should keep on trotting him out there. We should save those big kicks for big times and have him kicking short kicks, warming up for them big times. We had a couple fumbles, but we didn't lose that. And the Terps, no turnovers. That was great. Good job for them not turning the ball over for once, not throwing interceptions, no fumbles lost. Good job on that. The Terps had a good return attack that game. Billy Edwards did not complete a pass when he was in. He was 0 for 3. That's a little concerning. But he rushed for 53 yards and only playing in 3-4 minutes. So that's something. It just, when you got a guy who's already hurt as your starting quarterback, do you really want a guy who's running the ball to be your backup option when the Terps can't seem to keep a guy healthy? I don't know. I really hope we keep. I don't want it to be another 3rd, 4th string quarterback going into a bowl game against Eastern Carolina or something. I think up to this point, the Terps are over exceeding a lot of expectations a lot of Terp fans had for them. And the Terp fans have really rallied around the team this year. So let's all hope Talia is okay and it's not that serious of an injury. And if it is, I hope he gets better soon. Going into the game on last Tuesday, I had a question for Coach Locksley, and I'll let you hear it right here, what I asked him.
Hello, Coach.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, is there any plans to get Antoine Littleton started, going again against Indiana this week? It seemed like against Michigan State, he played really good, and then he only got 6 carries this week.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of talented backs, and they all kind of do certain things really well. I'd love to have Antoine get 20, 25 touches. We've got to execute on 3rd down. We've got to be able to extend some drives. But he's definitely a guy that we try to get involved when we're capable of doing that. And there's no doubt that he has the talent to help us.
Coach, similar.
So last Tuesday at the press conference, I just wanted to ask Coach after the Purdue game, is Antoine Littleton going to get going again? Why did he have 19 carries against Michigan State and 6 against Purdue? And he told me basically there's a lot of good backs on the team. It's hard to always give it to him. There's other guys that are really good. And I think that showed out in Indiana. Antoine Littleton, again, did not get a lot of touches. But Roman Himby carried the load. He got the job done, got the game-winning touchdown, and ran 109 yards. So, Coach got a lot of good backs to deal with. But it's not a problem, a bad problem to have. But yeah, basically, that's about it for this week. I'm really pressed to figure out what happened to Talia. This Northwestern game should be easy. It's the same thing as last week. I'm looking for the Terps to put up 50 against a team. But now with Talia hurt, I just want the Terps to win. Can the Terps finish the season 8-4? That's what I want them to do. Get 3 more wins. It'd be great to beat Penn State or Ohio State, one of them. Just give me one of them, please. And if you guys have any questions for Coach Locksley you guys want to ask and want to use me to go through, just leave them right down in the comments and I'll try to ask them when I see them at the press conference. Well, this was another episode of Terp Talk Tuesday. This is Nick.
With this, need a napkin, shit. Captain of the ship, I'm snapping quick. I just dap and dip, trying to catch a lift. It's Jackson Benz. I just smash the strip faster than you whip. I'm accurate. If I slap a shit, trying to tax and shit, then that's legit.